Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and today, we're doing another GAC. So let's get to it. Now, if you've ever never seen a Going Nerdy GAC, welcome. I'm glad to be here for you for this. Great times. If you've never seen me play, guys, this is really just about having fun, talking Star Wars, and just seeing how far I get. Now, if you're a new player, welcome. Feel free to ask all the questions you want or whatever. If you're a veteran player, if you're part of the GAC chain, if you're part of the chain gang, feel free to mock me openly as well, because you're going to see some terrible playing, guys. Terrible. But you're gonna have fun doing it. So, I lost the last phase. It was like I was really proud of myself for how I played, with the exception of ships. You know, I did all right. I don't feel bad about that. I actually held him in a couple of different areas. Didn't hold him up here on front, except for Booyah right here. This was actually a pretty functional team. Bosk, and then his ability to not take damage was nice. And then back here on the back as well, it did pretty well. So, I mean, again, not amazing, but because he used all of his big players up here, it looks like he made a slip on my Old Republic. So, but he walked through my ships. Again, had I done better on ships, I could have done better, right? It would have been a lot closer. So I only had one here, and then I had a few. He had a Ray up here that I struggled with. So, but a lot of the other characters, a lot of the other teams, I was able to do pretty well against. So, again, guys, I did set an actual defense this time. I didn't just let him walk over me. But this player, Login, has he's not attacked. So this is my front line. Got my Geos and my Separatists up here. I really do want to pump up my Separatists quite a bit. They need some serious loving. Then I've got my Rebels, my Night Sisters, and I've got some Galactic Legends. And then finally back here, we are looking at, again, Galactic Republic, Old Republic, because you got to have a balance. I've got the Bosk, or the Bounty Hut brothers, the Fett brothers, the Fett duo, and then Bosk. Curious to see how this goes, and then Separatist. So we'll give it a shot and see how it is. Now, he does have a Galactic Legend. He's got Kylo Ren, and only Kylo Ren. So this will definitely be interesting, because I know I am going to botch the ships somehow. I'm prepared for that. I'm going to try to get as many one-shotters as I can, like 1 or 2 hits, 1 or 2 characters as I possibly can. So the bottom row, I think, is deceivingly tricky. Top row will be interesting for sure. Let's go ahead and start with Bosk. And I'm going to go Resistance. And I've done this before, and I'm just going to jump into it. And I'm either going to win right off the bat or lose right off the bat. So we'll see. Oh, yeah, I forget that this is just Bosk. So yeah, I'll probably be fine. So we just go ahead and bash the ever-living crap out of Bosk for a time, and we should be okay. That's my theory. Well, let's check out how my theory is, if it works or not. Typically what I've seen is other characters. I don't typically go up against Zam and Greedo. Now, they're not high by any means, but, you know, we'll see. right? This might just be a slow grind for, you know, once I get rid of these two, because they're still hitting pretty consistently. Uh-oh, I got a sneeze coming. That was a powerful one. So, I hope you guys are doing what up? I'm very excited, guys. Darth Orden. He's like, I actually don't know what he is, except awesome. He's in the We With Lives Guild community, and he just joined mine. So I'm really stoked to have him. I'm really excited to see him in the guild. A lot of fun. Again, this is one of the cool things about having a guild community, is you get to know guys that are, you know, that are long-term players, and you know, it's always fun. Darth Gilla's joining me over on YouTube. Welcome, my friend. I hope you've had a good last couple of days. It was pretty low-key for me. Just hanging out, maxing, you know, relaxing, all cool. All right. Let's go ahead and jump down here. This will be an interesting one, because I don't want to, like, hold on, let me go ahead and take out these guys. No, hold on, let me look at them real quick. Who do I want to use? Actually, you know what I'm going to do with these? I'm going to use these two. This dynamic duo. Again, this is one of those things that I'm really not familiar enough with these two, and I definitely overkilled it. But that's fine, because it's better to overkill than underkill. And right there, I mean, they didn't even get a turn. That was ridiculous. I may have wasted a character, but we'll not know until whatever. Let's go with Rebels. Who are we doing? Actually, with these Rebels, who are the Rebels again? Okay, I'm gonna go. I want just a cleanup team. I'm gonna go Resistance, and I'm gonna go here. Now, let's do this. This is a fun team. I usually use it for cleanups. I used it towards the end. Where was I? Oh, it was yesterday. During the territory battle. Fernando Arvizu liked the stream. Thank you, Fernando. Welcome. Where did he go? Hold on. I gotta find him. It's Wampa and the little guy. Haha, Hermit Yoda. Now, they're not killer by any means. Wampa's Relic 3, Hermit Yoda's whatever he needs to be, Relic 5, right? But again, it's that they're gonna keep attacking Wampa. Yoda's gonna keep, you know, giving him life. And the more they attack, the better they do, right? It's just wonderful. Now again, typically I use this team like as a cleanup, but it's a lot of fun. I mean, because can't you imagine these two going out and like going on adventures? Because Hermit Yoda would understand the Wampa. So Darth Gillas over on YouTube asks a pretty interesting question. He says, my thoughts on Maul and Cad Bane having the Separatist tag. Now, it's loaded, okay? I want to say that they've actually answered the Maul aspect of it. Maul was never officially a separatist. In the same way that Palpatine and Sidious were never officially separatist. They were those pulling the strings behind the back, right? And since Maul was Palpatine's, junior, companion or whatever, his buddy friend, what do they call those? Dark Padawans? That's not what they call them. Apprentice, right? He never was officially part of it. Same thing with Cad Bane. I think the only reason that Jango was a separatist was because he was the one that like, I think he was more connected to the separatist movement. Not that he officially was a separatist, I think, but he was their like number one bounty hunter, right? He was their number one guy. He's the only one that kind of throws a wrench into the mix here. But I do think that it's interesting. I think they should, I don't know, it's hard because from a balance perspective, I could see why they wouldn't give Cad Bane a separatist tag. I do think a bounty hunter galactic legend should be introduced. I think a bounty hunter galactic legend should be introduced. Same with a scoundrel galactic legend. I think those would be really tight. And would actually be really interesting if they gave us like Jabba as a scoundrel galactic legend, and then I don't know, someone else. That would be awesome. I would love to see that. All right, so we've got our separatist team. This is one that I don't want to necessarily take a chance with because of Droideka and this guy. Newt's just a butthole that I don't like. So let's go ahead and let's look at our first order. I don't want to use like crazy powerful teams, but I need to have someone who's strong enough that could do, let's see, I think it's this guy. Damage, first order, stun, critical hit, speed up, defense down, gains advantage. Is it first order officer? But I think there's a lot of potential for stuff. It'll be interesting. What do you call it? It'll be interesting to see what happens next, because if you look at like the time frame, you've got let's see, we're in February now, so they're going to be introducing this new thing probably in the next week or so. We'll definitely hear about it next week. I wouldn't be shocked at all if we saw it at the end of next week, but if we don't see it at the end of next week, we will definitely see it at the beginning of the following week. They could also do a marquee or two during this time period, but then that leaves March open, right? And then so I agree. They do need to change the gear that you can donate. I absolutely agree. But there's a lot of potential around that time. But in April, roughly the time we could be getting the Bad Batch season to be dropped, April, May, June, if that's the case, then they're going to be ramping up towards that in April, right? Also, April is their, what do you call that? The not the quarter mark, their year profit thing. Offense down. Buff immunity. There we are. That's the one I was looking for. Okay. So if that's the case, what they could be doing, or they could be what we could be seeing, this may have been the wrong team. Let's go ahead and let's go take this guy. I'm all right with that. But what we could be seeing in April is something to the effect of more characters from not necessarily the separatist movement, but the okay, this guy's about to die. As long as he doesn't get stunned. We could see more characters from the separatist movement. We could see more characters from the there we are, buff immunity. He's got it. Boom. Ballsack. See, this is what I was afraid of. But we could see a lot of stuff happening around that time. MW Sklen from the fiscal quarter. Robert Campos, you read my mind, or you understand the random crap that's coming out of my mouth. I appreciate it. Yeah, so their fiscal quarter, their fiscal year, I believe, is in April, and so they're gonna want to like have a big push, a big financial like try to get some gains to like round out their fiscal year. Not that CG has to worry about any of that. They typically do all right for themselves. I don't know if you guys are familiar. They make a lot of money, like a lot. All right, holy crap! So he went heavy on the defense. All right. So this isn't as bad as we could see, for sure. It does make me think that I might have a chance, as long as I can get rid of his ships. I might have a legit chance of winning this one. Yeah. But, all right, let's go ahead and check this out. But, yeah, like, if you can fill in the pieces, like, if you can look at where they're going, you can kind of fill in the pieces with what the content is coming out, right? Additionally, and I do think that this is going to be, I think it's going to be big. The new Thrawn book is coming out April 27th and May the 4th. I mean, you've got all of those things. It's always a big push. So, you know, I think there's a lot of stuff that we can expect from this, but I do think that their focus is going to be prequel trilogy content. And I would like to see, as I said, I would love to see let's go ahead and take out, shoot for old what's-his-face, multi-arms. Boo! Whoop. Oh, now we just got to get a big old pound. Oh, crap weasels. Uchiba! Nope. Alright, but yeah, it's just a matter of kind of like what comes next, you know? I really do think that there's going to be a lot of fun stuff coming this year, more so than we've seen in the past. Like, I'm pretty stoked for it, to be honest. Alright, straight 50. Not terrible. Not terrible, but, you know, it could be better. Alright, Night Sisters. Let's do... Alright, it's got that guy. Who is that guy? Alright, here are our Sith. Our Geos, we're going to pull in our Sith. I will say that with all of this stuff, it does kind of make it hard to kind of guess what's coming next. So that's a good question. Cameron Pruitt asks, on YouTube, what Galactic Legends do I think will be coming next? So I think that it's very possible that we could see a Mandalorian Maul, coming to the game. I think that would be so freaking cool. If we saw a Mandalorian Maul, you know, we have to think, well, there's a balance. If it's Mandalorian, would we get a Separatist? Would we get a Galactic Republic character? And again, that's where it's, you know, what's the opposite? Because what they've said is, they're gonna balance it, right? They'll give a light side character and a dark side character. Like there's Bo-Katan. There's a lot of Mandalorians in Clone Wars and in the Mandalorian that we haven't seen yet. My favorite, Paz Vizsla, who's dope as all get out. Bo-Katan would be amazing, but she really would be cool. We could see Duchess Satine. I don't see a Duchess Satine, because if we did, she'd be a pacifist, and she'd be like Mon Mothma, but Mandalorian. You know, she'd have an affinity for oh my gosh, Kenobi, because, you know, an affinity, because they're connecting, and they clearly had a child together. Whatever. So, yeah. But I don't know. It's like I keep racking my brain about this. If part of me wants to see a scoundrel and bounty hunter, like a light side one or the other, like a light side bounty hunter or a light side scoundrel, or a light side scoundrel and a dark side bounty hunter as Galactic Legends. It would kind of be in keeping with where they're going right now with a lot of the content. I do think soon we'll be getting the Bad Batch. I would say the Bad Batch will either be introduced at latest in March. Right. March, which would, or even, I mean, if there's an event with the Bad Batch, maybe like a Megathron, I don't know. If there's an event we need for the Bad Batch, they could be introduced as marquee characters as different events here in the next couple of weeks. Like, keeping in mind if they're going to do the event to kind of like coincide with the launch of the series, which speculation says it's going to be in the spring. So before June sometime. Especially if you're in the South. The spring's like a day. Where I'm at, spring's pretty nice actually. But let's go ahead and do Night Sisters. I'm going to pull in my 5-0 first, but I'm not going to pull in the full troops, and I'm just going to do Arc. This should be enough. I mean, Anakin should probably be enough. Gas should be enough, but just in case. You always want to get that extra. But, so, I mean, I would love, and I do, oh, man. They do not care for that Anakin. Yeah, Bad Batch is going to be amazing. I actually want to make a video because I just finished listening to A New Dawn. And for those of you who aren't book fans, you know, it can be hard to get into them. I 100% understand that. But if you're not a fan of the books, The New Dawn was the first Star Wars Disney novel, right? And what's-his-face, Filoni, had been working with George Lucas, the maker, for 10 years, more or less, leading up to the sale, the merger. And so here you have his protege coming over. And what's interesting about this, The New Dawn, is he's taught. There's an afterword with Filoni, and it is awesome. It is really cool to hear. It's really cool to hear Filoni talk about Star Wars. Ever. Like, it's awesome. But there's more coming for sure. It's just really cool. Cameron Pruitt says that he wishes they would do more with Ahsoka. Hold on to your bibby, right? I mean, because it's coming. I really think we're going to get a lot more Ahsoka in this game and in Star Wars. I mean, for the sheer fact that The Mandalorian, the Ahsoka series, and Rangers of the New Republic are all supposed to, kind of come together as this big ultimate Disney Plus thing. It'll be, is this over? No, this isn't overkill. It's just enough kill. But yeah, so like, there's no way that Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes isn't going to have content without stuff like that. They're going to synergize the ever-living crap out of this game and the rest of content. So like, if you don't know, it's actually really interesting what they go through, because CG has to get everything approved through Disney. Like, they have a handler at Disney that is like, all right, we're going to do this, you're going to do this, so on and so forth. They got to get everything approved. And that's kind of what takes them so long. Not always. Sometimes what takes them so long is just simply them, right? Sometimes it's a process that goes wrong. Sometimes they're dragging their feet. Sometimes there's a pandemic. I mean, if you want to blame the pandemic. I mean, I can only imagine what it would be like to build a video game from home. I don't know. Darchulus says, I haven't seen... So he asks if I've seen the Star Wars lore videos where Filoni is setting up he's already setting up the sequel, not the sequel, but like a form of retcon for an alternate timeline, right? And the idea is like the Filoni-verse. One of the things, I was watching a streamer or YouTuber or whatever named Star Wars Meg, right? And one of the things that I like about watching so many different videos about this type of stuff is you get different input, Lore Star, I haven't really seen it. I haven't seen it. But I'll look into it. The thing that this one YouTuber that I was watching brings up is, at the end of the day, Filoni and Jon Favreau still work for Disney, right? And this is gonna sound, saying this may piss people off, but they will have to toe the line. Now, having said that, I want to point out that, like, they have a pretty long line that they can toe because of what they've done with The Mandalorian. They're going to have more leeway than most other people. In addition, I mean, it's Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. If it were nothing else, just having those two people connected to it's huge, right? And so, like, I'm gonna use, how's that? Let's do this. Just in case, I just feel like, but again, they will have to eventually say, we are company men. Now, granted, at this point, Dave Filoni is kind of the company, right? It does not bode well for people who are going against them, if there are people who are going against them, because they've brought on George Lucas again. Yeah, and so and again, that's what it's going to come down to. Who do they answer to? If John Filoni and if the two brilliant men behind everything that's coming out lately answer to Kathleen, or do they answer to Bob Chapek? If they answer to Bob Chapek, then they do whatever they want, right? If they answer to Kathleen Kennedy, they still have to fall in line. I will say, and I try not to be negative, right? If you guys know my channel, like I express my opinion but I try not to be negative, right? I think there's value in everything. Maybe not a lot of value, but there's still value in everything. There were some really cool moments in episode 9, but they were only moments. I think Zori Bliss was a cool character that was introduced. Babu Frick, amazing. I mean, I love little small creatures that are sassy and awesome. But there's not a lot of redeeming qualities that you know. And so if Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau can tweak it, right? I really hope they don't use the world between worlds. My hope is what they do is they end up doing the one that's the rumored that they're going to take the sequel trilogy and recut it and make the extended version, but for all of the sequel trilogy. Instead of making it hey, here's just an extended 20 minutes, they take the 7, 8, 9 and actually make seasons out of it. They take that 2.5 hour movie and really, really dive into it. That is my greatest hope, but it's still a hope, so we'll see. To be honest, like, they could do pretty much anything and probably still make it better. Boo! Love it! Does it kill them all? I was gonna say, is he gonna get... Oh, I should have gone after Talia. But with everything going on, Alex Lamson. Alex, how are you, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, exactly. If everyone's entitled to their opinion, I know, or at least I don't know if he still does, but Cubs fan on used to just tout how much he loved episode 7, 8, 9. He loved the sequel trilogy. And, like, that's awesome. That's his opinion, right? And I'm not going to begrudge him that. You do your thing, man. If you like it, you like it. Own it. It's just not my favorite, right? That's kind of where I'm at. I'm wondering, so he's got his what do you call these girls? First Order. And they're not bad. And that Relic 5 First Order Executioner kind of freaks me out a little bit. But, you know what? I've got Revan. I've got this guy. And, Bad Basti. Where is she? Right there. I don't think I'll need all 3 of them. But you never know. I mean, you can never prepare enough. Remember my motto. Overkill is better than death. So, that is a great question. So again, Alex over on YouTube brings up, how do I feel about Indiana Jones 5? Okay. First I got to tell you about my experience with the Crystal Skull. Okay? So, I'm in college. I'm sitting next to this very, very attractive young lady. Very nice. We went on a date because she was a very, what's the word? She pitied me. She was a nice person. It was like a friend date, right? And there was a bunch of people going out. But so I'm sitting there And, you know, I don't like to talk during movies, but, like, I'm watching, I'm like, okay, you know, giant ants, whatever. And we get to the final scene. And I'm looking at this, and I'm like, okay. Like, I'm laughing the whole time. And I look at the girl next to me, and I was like, if this turns into a spaceship, I'm going to be really pissed off. Right? Now, I want to point out that this was, and I'm going to date myself a little bit, this was before the time that IMDb was, like, amazing. Right? And you could, like, find rumors, and you could find out stuff, and, like, so I'm sitting there, and it just, and it becomes a spaceship, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I called that. Now, as much as I love Ancient Aliens, and I absolutely love Ancient Aliens, it's my guilty pleasure. I watch it with my children, right? I have my daughter believing, and I probably shouldn't, but, like, I have my daughter believing, well, and again, I don't think she actually believes this, but she says she does, and I think it's just a matter of, like, hey, I want to be cool, and I want Dad to like me, which she doesn't have to worry about. But she's like, the pyramids weren't built by Egyptians. She's like, the pyramids were built by, it's like dwarf people who and the Egyptians are robots. I don't know. It's a really weird conspiracy theory that a 9-year-old came up with, and I'm like, I'm thoroughly impressed. I love the idea of Ancient Aliens. Oh, she knows. She knows I use the. Actually, she knows that I'm a Jedi Master. That I use the Force. Hold on. I've got my library over here, and, like, she went through and she read this whole thing, and, like, 2 years ago, she's like, Dad, I'm this close to getting the Force. I really feel I could start moving things with my mind at any moment. I'm like, yes, that's my kid. So anyways, I absolutely love Ancient Aliens. But that's not necessarily the story that they've been telling with episode 1, 2, and 3. I mean, and it was frustrating. Like, really frustrating. And so, like, oh yeah, aliens are definitely real, right? And I'll tell you here in my theory, right? But all right, but aliens are definitely real. But, like, as far as Indiana Jones goes, first off, only Harrison Ford can be Indiana Jones. If they try to give who's that crazy kid again? The kid from Holes, and he's got that song written about him. Shia LaBeouf, right? Shia LaBeouf's hunting people and trying to kill people, right? If you ever haven't watched, like, the song about Shia LaBeouf, do it. I won't even be remotely offended. Stop the stream right now. Go look up Shia LaBeouf's song, and it is amazing. But if they try to make Indiana Jones, or Shia LaBeouf Indiana Jones, I'll be a little disappointed. Like, I really will. It's frustrating, right? Harrison Ford, he's the only one. Now, no, that's it. I'm leaving this stream, not right now, but, like, tonight, and I am going to start WandaVision. My boss, the principal of my school, walks into my class last week, and he's like, dude, did you see episode 4? I was like, I haven't seen episode 1. I need to go through and watch WandaVision. I really do. It sounds amazing. And I heard that there's rumors that some big, I don't want to, like, spoil anything, and don't say it in the chat if you know. Okay? No spoilers. Don't be that guy or girl or person or robot. Okay? NSA, I know you're listening. Hi, by the way. Don't be that guy. But there's supposedly a big connection to the greater, the greater universe, the greater Marvel universe. And I'm stoked to hear that. Like, really, really excited. But like I don't know, you know. And so should I bring? No, I'm gonna bring these. I'll do this and kicks and giggles. There we go. But like I'm gonna watch it. Right, and just give it a shot. Cause they're like 30 minutes long. I mean, I could totally do that. Okay, Resistance pilot. Boosh. Oh, that's Rey. That's not even the good Falcon. If I lose this one, I'm gonna be really upset. Oh yeah, and I freaking love like Doctor Strange. That was such a good movie, and I really look forward to the Multiverse of Madness. Like here, let's come over here and do this. Yeah, like Disney Plus, a lot of the content has been forgetful. Like it's a lot of the content. Here's the thing, though. A lot of the content has been for kids, like real little kids, and for adults, it's not for us, right? Unless you're a man child like me who loves little children's content. I've actually loved Disney Plus. Like because like I just sit and watch cartoons with my kids. Yeah, and so and exactly from what I've heard, WandaVision shows that Elizabeth Olsen was 100% underutilized in the films because of what she does as a character, but actually also as an actress in WandaVision. And so like I've heard great things, right? And you're right, Alex, like everything is overshadowed by The Mandalorian. Holy crap, I beat it. Look at that. All right. Now, I've just got to see if he can hold still, right? If this guy actually attacks. Now that I've actually gone through and done this, yeah, I need to watch it soon because it will be spoiled for me. Like I've even seen some thumbnails that I think have already spoiled it for me. But again, I don't want to get into that. Yeah, no, that's true. Like, and that's the thing. Like, spoilers, they go down quick. Like, they spread like wildfire. So this is my defense. I don't know. I feel like I'm probably okay here. It's a good defense. I have a lot more characters than I think he does that are solid. So let's break it down. Let's see what. So we didn't go up against his gas. We didn't go up against the Supreme Leader Kylo Ren or Revan, Rey. He did save a lot of his really good. Ooh, man, R7 Malik. That's nice. So he saved a lot of his good guys. We saw them. We didn't see CLS. We saw him. I think if I can get a couple of wins, you know, I should be okay. Simply because I'm seeing a lot of good characters, just not a lot of depth. And he did use quite a few of them. So we'll see. I don't know. But yeah, you're right. It doesn't take long to spoil anything. And it's quick. So let me show you where I'm at right now. I'm just farming relics. What are these things called? Oh, it does exist. It can happen. Proof that you can get an Omega from one of these things. I hardly ever do that. That's ridiculous. So, okay, I finally got Kenobi up. Now, I didn't put relics on him, or relics. I didn't put his Zetas on him, so he's still really low, right? I have almost 5 Zetas. Oh, I know, man. Avoiding in-game spoilers was exhausting. Luckily, I think I saw it pretty soon after. I want to say it was just a couple of days. I can't remember. All of last year kind of blurs out all the other stuff, right? But then, so I've got these 3, but like I'm so close to Jedi Master Luke that like I don't want to put any on him just yet. I'll probably have him by the end of the week, and then I'll have these 2 at least. What I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on her first, and then I'll go back and I'll start gearing them up, or leveling them up as far as stars and whatnot. I mean, they're not super far away, 150-ish. With time, shouldn't shouldn't be super hard. So probably, I would say definitely by February, I will have Jedi Master. By the end of February, I'll have Jedi Master Luke. That's my goal. But while I'm doing that, I'm going to get my relics up, because then the thing is you got to gear him. But while I'm getting all my relics up, I'll probably go through and I'll save all the relics that I can. Or I save all the relics I can. I'll probably save all the relics I need for Jedi Master Luke, and just kind of like keep that visual somewhere that I can say, this is how many I need. Don't spend more than that. But I will say, I was talking to someone, or just hearing someone, I can't remember. I want to say it was someone from the Escape Pod cast, which, their show just ended probably a little bit ago. Actually, I say a little bit ago. They're probably still on their, what do you call it? Not their live stream, their after party. If you guys have never gone, if you like Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and if you guys have never gone to the Escape Podcast, they have a show every Friday night on Twitch. It's a lot of fun. Ton of great guys over there and gals. It's a great community. I absolutely say check it out. Alex Lamson, I have not played Subnautica. I've heard of it. I've not played it. So do with that what you will. Do you recommend it? Let me know. But yeah, no. So I was thinking about it, right? And you have your top 80 characters, right? Which is great. But I look at all these characters and I'm like, okay, out of my top 80, I've got some really good ones, and there's a handful that need to be jumped up a little more. I think a veteran smuggler Han would probably hit like a dump truck, like a friggin' Mack truck on meth, right? Just like no teeth, no grill, just powerful. Because at 3 he kicks like a horse, and so we got all of these guys. But I was thinking about it. I was like, I need to get a number of these characters really up to, to gear 12. I need to move them to the next phase of their evolution. So, I don't know. I mean, this is kind of where I'm at right now. I've just got to figure out what's up, I'm still playing my my secondary account, and I am in the doldrums, my friends. I am in like this no move zone. I've gone through and I've geared up all of, I don't have it up right now, but I've geared up all of my Phoenix squad. Okay? Which, as much as I love them, I've done it wrong. Okay? I didn't do it equally. Right? So I've got Ezra Bridger, who's almost 7-star. He's, I think, 5-6 yards away from being 7-star. But then I've got Hera at 4-star. I've got Sabine at 4-star. I've got Kanan at 5-star. And I've got Chopper at 5-star. And I've got Zeb at like 3-star. And it's like, I'm going up against characters in Galactic War, or War as they call it now, that are higher because I've got one character way higher than the rest. I didn't level them up the same. And so what I'm going to be doing from now on is I'm going to be, if that even makes a difference at this point, but it's super frustrating, and so I can't get through Galactic War because of that, because I've spent too much time doing one side or the other. So this is kind of where I'm at, guys. But I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna go watch WandaVision. I am very excited. I'll let you guys know what, my thoughts in my next stream. Probably will be Sunday night, because got school on Monday. Have a great night. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Cameron Pruitt asks before I go, who do I recommend farming after Phoenix? Jedi to finish getting your Grandmaster Yoda. Super beneficial. As you see, I still use Yoda all the time. He's in my... So this is my... Let me show you real quick. This is my arena team. That's not my arena team. As you can see, I'm super active in my arena team. But this is what I use. Right? Grandmaster Yoda is tops. I love him. I do. He has all these benefits. Like, he saps other people's abilities, other people's positive abilities, and then with this battle meditation, he can distribute them out to others. Now, Darth Gilles, let me answer that question real quick with an image. I don't want to say that it's finished. Okay, I don't think that my shirt's 100% done yet. Oh crap! You guys just saw my emails. Boop. I think that's my password. Balls. So, I will say this. I want to say I've got it 99% done. 99% done. I've got the Leia Poppins. I'll show you guys on Sunday. How about that? I've got the Leia Poppins. It's all out. It's got her name, Leia up here, Poppins on the bottom. She's floating. You see the Radis in the background. There's the destroyed planet there. It's a lot. It's really cool, guys. I like it. I really do. So I'll let you know. And I'll show you guys. But if you haven't ever checked out the Go Nerdy Swag store, a lot of the times I do just take images and I make them my own. I have taken some really cool images that they have said, no, you can't do this. Even though you drew it yourself, you designed it yourself, it's too Star Wars-y, which is frustrating. But I guess, nice to hear. Oh, freaking A, yeah, it's Super Bowl Sunday. I will say, though, I am getting the vaccine tomorrow. As a teacher, I'm a frontline worker or whatever. So, I'm getting the vaccine. They do say it's worse for people who've had COVID. Hopefully I'll be up and running. And hopefully whatever I cook for Super Bowl Sunday doesn't physically destroy me. Comically bootlegged shirts. I try to, right? But apparently the governors, the powers that be, the Force, they get mad at me when I do it. So, anyways, guys, thank you for joining me tonight. I hope you had a great week. If you didn't, I hope you have a better weekend. And if you did have a great weekend, I still hope you had a great week. I still hope you have a better week. I hope that whoever is even playing in the Super Bowl is your team. And I hope they do well. Except for those other people who... Anyways. Guys, you guys stay safe out there. Have a great day. Check out the links in the section below for a free 1 month. Watch out for the micro trip. I'm a little worried. But again, I work for a school district, which means I work for the government, which, I mean, they've got me, Chiefs versus Buccaneers. All right, thanks. Go Bucks. Okay, so again, check out the links below. You'll have all my stuff, my Discord, my Going Nerdy swag store, the 1 month free trial for Audible, 2 free books, guys. Now, I've been listening to the High Republic. I still suggest Thrawn. It's so much better. But there's a lot of great stuff out there that isn't Star Wars. Check those out every time you do. You support the channel. So, and then always just let me know what you think, right? Have a great day, guys. Like, subscribe, share, and as always, this is Thaddeus. Smile and stay nerdy.